The documentary Seaspiracy does not reveal the real picture of what's happening in the fisheries sector. That's according to fisheries researcher and ABALOBI co-founder Serge Raemaekers. The Netflix documentary speaks about the main culprits responsible for the devastation of marine resources. Now, Raemaekers joins us live from Cape Town to discuss the argument. Serge, a very good afternoon. Thanks so much for your time. So, Seaspiracy proving to be quite popular. It does make some very valid points, but you say it's way off the mark in some aspects.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Veka. Thanks so much for your time. So it certainly contains some disturbing images, some shocking revelations about certain industrial fisheries, human rights abuses. There's a blatant attack on certain conservation organizations and certification schemes. So overall, it's a very provocative narrative. But while it does highlight some important issues, it also contains many factual inaccuracies. It's got some racist undertones, particularly towards agents, and it presents a very oversimplistic solution.
All right. Well, I suppose there's been a lot of awareness, if I were to say, in recent years about, are we being sort of fish friendly when we are at our restaurants, when we are making our choices from the menu? Are we doing what's right for the environment, what's right for sort of our ocean life as well? So where's it actually going wrong? And the question is, should we be cutting back, or are we focusing on the wrong parts of this? And where's the solution here? Where's the middle ground?
Yeah, exactly. We're focusing on the wrong sector here. So first and foremost, I think it's important to realize that fisheries have the lowest carbon footprint than any food production system. So within the context of climate change, that's certainly something we need to be looking at. And contrary to Seaspiracy, many fisheries are actually certified as sustainable, and others are on the right track. Also, Veka, millions of people derive a livelihood from the ocean, from fisheries, and that's a good thing. We can't feed the world's population on land-based food systems alone. There's no alternative to address ocean sustainability. At the same time, as you said, we have to choose wisely. We should eat diversity. We should be eating local catch. And not all fisheries are equal. We need to ask these important questions. What is it? Where was it caught? How was it caught? And who caught it?
All right. Well, I suppose, the thing is, we don't have the makers of Seaspiracy on here to sort of tell us whether, to debate this with you as well. But as ABALOBI, then, what are you doing to actually sort of make this right, or maybe say to them, listen, this is not really factual. This is what we feel about this. And you're giving the public wrong information, according to you, that is. So where are you? What are you doing about it?
Yeah, so we've definitely written a few pieces about this, and they are available on media. You just got to Google them, and a lot of other people have too. Many fisheries at a global scale, many of the conservation organizations that are blatantly attacked in the documentary, and quite a few very reputable fishery scientists have picked this up as well. But within South Africa, we as you mentioned, I work for ABALOBI. We're a small social enterprise that works directly with the small-scale fishers along our coastline. And over the last couple of years, we've co-designed various mobile tools, mobile applications that help fishers try things differently. They use an app called ABALOBI, where they can record their catch, their expense, their income, and manage their own kind of livelihood. But at the same time, they can push that catch through a digital supply chain that allows chefs, you and me, retailers, to buy directly from these small-scale fisheries with full traceability about where that catch comes from and who caught it.
So what's been the impact of what people have been seeing on Seaspiracy? What has been happening out there? Who's been suffering because of it?
Look, I think, in all fairness, I think Seaspiracy is really focusing on industrial fisheries, and there are a lot of questions that need to be asked. We need to look at things a bit more carefully. We can't just assume that things are hunky dory. We've got to ask these questions I mentioned earlier on. But for us, for ABALOBI and for the small scale fishers we work with, I think there's been a big realization within South Africa and also elsewhere that we've got to look at home here. We've got to look at our local catch. We've got to look at our small scale fisheries. There are about 10,000 or even more small scale fishers that are along our coastline. Well, let's support them. Let's support them in their journey towards socio-economic development and sustainability. And within that framework, like ABALOBI, where fishers collect their catch, we can start understanding a bit better, what is going on in these fisheries and how do we work with the small-scale fishers towards, that journey towards sustainability.